Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the second video on replacements for Stagg that you can blend at home. So it's a bummer that we can't get Stagg easily anymore like we could 6-7 years ago. But with these blends, you can get close to the flavor profile of Stagg if you want the taste of Stagg. All these blends, the proof is going to be a little bit lower than this. This is the 22A, so it's 132.2 proof. You know, some Staggs get into the high 120s down to probably 125-ish. So what are we going to blend to match that flavor profile or get close to it, as close as we can, with off-the-shelf available bourbons? So a new bourbon that I recently purchased, Benchmark Full Proof, which is, as you probably know, the same mash bill as Stagg, and it's fairly high proof. You know, to me it's not Stagg. Like, there is a marked difference, but we can blend other bourbons into this to get us close. And the first one, it's just going to be a simple blend, and it's what I'm going to call my base that I'm using for these blends to match Stagg. Something that we all can get pretty easily: Wild Turkey Rare Breed. So when you blend both of these together, you're going to get something that is 120.9 proof, so about 121 proof. It'll be about 37 bucks, right? 1 part Benchmark Full Proof, 1 part Wild Turkey Rare Breed. So the difference, though, obviously the proof, you can tell the proof is lower when you sip it. But Stagg, you know, I typically get brown sugar, some vanilla, cherry, cinnamon. The finish, I get a little bit of char and more cinnamon. The sweetness here is going to present itself more, I would say, along the lines of molasses than a cinnamon. There's going to be probably the cherry that I get here, maybe a little bit darker. The cherry here is like leans into lighter cherry to just a fruitiness. So it is different in that aspect, the way that the cherry presents itself. And since Rare Breed is in here, you're going to get a little bit more of a barrel funk on the finish that I don't get with just straight Stagg. So these two together, you know, they get you a fairly close flavor profile to the Stagg. But what we're going to do is we're going to add in other bourbons to these to get even closer. So the first one is, and you probably noticed this, remember it from my other videos, it's the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is the A124. This is just the one that I have right now that I'm willing to blend with. This is going to get you to 120.3 proof, about 49 bucks. This, it reminds me of Stagg, the flavors that I get in Stagg, but just like an older, weathered version of it. You know, like if Stagg was a brand new paperback book, this would be like the old, weathered, used version of it. Like, this has that kind of old, leathery, musty funkiness to the flavor. So that's what this kind of brings to the table. So if we replace this Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A124 with another Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, this is a single barrel, it's a private barrel. This one is 128.2 proof. This is more along the lines of what you think of, like quintessential bourbon Elijah Craig tasting like. But when you put this into the mix, you're bringing the proof up to about 123.3 proof, 52 bucks. But this is going to get you very similar flavor to that, but the brown sugar is going to be like a light brown sugar, and it's going to be like more like a brighter cherry than what this has. And again, obviously with these, the proof is a little bit lower, and you can notice that, you can tell that. But there is something that I like to add to this particular mix to, it does bring the proof down a little bit more, but it adds in really good cherry and vanilla and some good like barrel char on the finish. The Yellowstone single barrel, these are, you know, store picks. This particular one is only 102 proof. I know they have some that get closer to 120 proof. If you were to use one of those, obviously it's going to be better because your proof's going to go up. But this one is just, it's the closest to this, to Stagg. It's just is proof down a little bit. You know, you're getting down to like 118 proof with this, and maybe like 53 bucks. But the flavor, that's what I'm sipping on here. Man, it's just like a lower proof Stagg. It's so good. You got to try this blend. So hopefully this helps you out. Just another quick video on blends to match the flavor profile of Stagg with bourbons you can get off the shelf. Now, if you don't have these Elijah Craigs, that's okay. Use different Elijah Craigs in this blend and just see how it changes. You know, you're still going to be close. So, yeah, let me know if you've tried any of these blends, if they are working for you, or if you've blended something that actually gets closer. I'd like to know. So, all right, well, we appreciate you watching and supporting. I'm going to be putting out another video in a few weeks, probably. Another blend, probably my last one for a while to match Stagg. So, until then, take care.